Hi guys, it's me, Mikey BJD Boy, with an updates and rambles video. Oh, oh, oh. So, well, I've been up to quite a bit here on the home front. I've created a crafting area within my doll room, which basically I had been working a lot of times like with pastels on the floor. I'm sitting Indian style, you know, towels, paper towels on the floor, and not very organized. So I am building an area back where my original um, filming backdrop was. And I put an old nail table we had up, and it has drawers in it. So that's actually really clever, and I'll actually show you. And I also thrifted a cabinet which works really nicely for all the, miscellaneous hodgepodge, and I only paid $8 for it. So it wasn't bad. It's kind of distressed, and I like it. Of course, Leroy was like, "Why are you buying that anyway?" And I'm like, "I like it. What can I say?" So yeah. So I went ahead and bought it. So, but I'll show you that here after a little bit. That same trip, I ended up buying Leroy a Flintstone, uh, Fred Flintstone bank, which was really cool. He's already got it. I just cleaned it up and touched up Fred's hair. Now, this baby here, this is a Mickey Mouse, but he's like the Dapper Dan and, oh, what's the girl? There's a girl too. But you can buckle buckles, tie ties. He has a cute little friend here. If I can, there we are. There we go. Cute little friend. Not bad shape. Pretty scuffed. I mean, I do have to touch up the nose, the tips of the ears a bit. I tried to clean the most of it with magic eraser. There was white scuffs too, so that's like the wall or something. So yeah, I thought that was really cute. And this was only at $2 at Goodwill. So I picked that up that trip. And I'd have to say the crown jewel, because recently I've gotten into reborning, is this Behringer baby. And I named him Ricky, but I'm going to go ahead and I am going to weight him and do all the creasing and all the work, all the modeling. He has little teeth. And he could accept a passy too. Very well done. But he was only $2. But look at what they do at my Goodwill. They write in permanent marker, and so I've had him in the sun with Oxy today. It was much darker than that. So you could see it's pulling it to the blue side, so I just really need to get him out there. So, but this little Ricky, and I have him in this outfit. Actually, I had bought a long while ago because I was going to try it on an SD doll. So, but actually, quite cute. Now, I mean, there's like that much in the crotch, but, and he has a fabric body. He's like I want to say three-quarter arm. Yeah, three-quarter arm and three-quarter limb. So, and he's got the floppy you know, so he's got the nice aesthetic. You know, these ones are a lot more, and I'm gonna keep his eyes, and I like the side glance even, so I'll set him back the same way. I'll just embellish him. So that was my find of the day. um I did do a tiny reborn for my BJDs, which I'll show you that when I flip around, because there's a few things over there too that I'll show you. But here's little Isaac. He is my first reborn that I've ever done. I mean, as far as, and he's tiny. I mean, there's my hands, you know, so he's tiny. But I did all the hair work, blushing and creasing and modeling and skin texturing. Added some eyes that I had. His nails, I painted his nails. They did turn out a little darker than I would care for, but I learned what to do and what not to do, so next time I'll be even better. And even then, these are air dry paints, so I used acrylic. And the magic ingredient is the glass and tile medium, which allows the paint to attach to the vinyl and adhere. And it also gives it a more matte, lifelike finish. So, yeah. And the paints that we use, you mix with distilled water in your glass and tile, and you mix to fruition, the tones that you want. And basically the same as any BJD face up, everything is done in layers. So I think he turned out really good. And you know, he has, you know, all of his privates and everything, so, but in, you know, dolly nudity, so, and he does look real, so it's like, yeah, probably shouldn't be. And he's in a Baby Alive diaper that I just flipped down. The first one I tried, I cut it, and I didn't like that because, you know, of course the stuffing was coming out here, so I just took and flipped it down, and it works pretty good. So Isaac got a diety at least. And I believe that maybe certain SD tops might fit him, because he's a very tiny newborn. When you put him up against, like, okay, here's Barbie. And I did this on Facebook, I believe, too. So here's Barbie, and here's, so see, there's that. I mean, he's definitely thicker, but yeah. So he's him's a tiny baby. So, and he's been hanging out in this, which it kind of looks like one of those bassinets. So, yeah, those little, you know, kind of cuddle chairs where they can kind of hang out. And someone had, I want to say one of the purchases I did sent me this. So this has been his blankie. So he has his blankie too. So he's good to go, which, you know, it works for him. So, yeah. other than that, I have been, well, today, um, I went to Walmart and got a few things. Unfortunately, they didn't have any of the new men's or Ken fashion packs, which I was looking for, and I would have bought abundantly, and I will continue to look for. But I did find certain things, like this Despicable Me outfit, which is really quite dang cute. No shoes, though, on it, which is okay because I have shoes. And then there were 4 different ones, but I only got the 3 because they were the 3 that I really liked. Color dress with no... Oh, I guess it's like a jumper type thing. But really cute. And the bag. Let me see if I can get the bag in there. Yeah, the bag's super cute. So I found that. And then the last one I found is this one, which I just love, like the graffiti style and the simplicity actually of the cut. So the other one to me was like a nightgown, or maybe put it on a Ken, do that kind of thing. Yeah, I didn't love that one. You know, someone may, but I didn't. I was not all about that. What else? You know, usually I try to gather things around that I'm going to talk about. That way I know what I'm doing here. And so I haven't showed this little doodah off, but he has posable wings. He's like the one that Brandon got. Really cute. Very posable. Has a tail that poses. Came with the pitchfork. 2 different sets of hands. He has a nice range of articulation. I can't remember the names of these, but they're skeleton, like rement skeleton. If you put it in like that on Amazon, I believe that'll pop up. But it's got a nice little articulation for a little figure. You just really want to be careful, though. It has even got range in the waist, like right there. You know, it's not a high-grade plastic, so it, you know, potential of it breaking. So, but you can have a lot of fun posing these, so yeah. So that's one thing I was gonna show off for probably 2 to 3 videos, because me and Brandon had talked about it, and then I'm like, oh, huh. And then I forgot. So, what else? I've been finishing dolls, and wiring dolls. So he is a Miro doll, for instance. And I wired his legs. I gave him his bone hands now. Made him a hat with a feather. But he stands and everything. You know, like he's stable and sturdy and good. And wiring. Simple wire from, like if you're in the US, Dollar Tree. It's basically a floral wiring that I've been using. And what I do is I go the length of the leg to about the ankle. Certain ones you can go a little farther too, depending on, you know, how the ankle is constructed. And what I do is the end that I take and push into the doll itself. So like I'll take it from the hip. I'll pull the doll apart and take and put the wire through and all the way through to the ankle. But at the end, I kind of S it like so and crimp it down. That way it's a, you know, not a rounded surface, so it's not going to scratch anything either. And even then, if you have some that comes up through the leg, you could take that and put that up through the hole in the hip. So, yeah. And man, I'm telling you, amazing things. Okay, like even this boy. You know, he was the flip-flop. And if you've watched me for a while, he was the flip-flop. I mean, yeah, I got a tail for him too. So I have to finish that. But he was the flip-flop. And now he can stand. He can hold poses. His arms are wired too. Because he's single. He's single jointed. So I went ahead and wired his arms as well. You know, some of them I did, others I didn't. You know, it just depends. You know, you do want to be careful, but that's my little Devin, the one-horned devil. He's also one of my dye projects. So I did it in the red dye. And then this boy, Liam, which his wings still, you know, I have to get a better magnet system because it's really, yeah, it doesn't really make contact real good on him, but he's much better. And he was kicky as could be. And I did purple, the Rit dye purple, the dye more. So he turned out really good too. Yeah, I guess I'm dyeing a rainbow because I dyed him purple. See what I mean? These just do not, they do not love life. So I need to get an additional magnet and a super magnet so that way they stay attached, because I hate that when they fall off like that. It's just not graceful, right? Not only that, you're afraid as hell that they're gonna break, but thank God for carpet. Now, if you don't have carpet at home, that can be something else too. I was watching you, Amy, the other day. I love your videos. And this little buster came to stop by and say hi. He's my doll Chateau Clemens with his crazy ass mohair, fur looking disheveled mess, but you know, really works for him. Gangly fingers, kinda a little on the blue side. I haven't really showed all the beautiful detail on this one. He's so cool. I was so happy to get him. I mean, he was one that I had really, 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 really wanted. And, you know, Amy, you'll get him someday. I swear to goodness you will get him someday. I know it. If he's important, you know, and you need him for even just because you love him. Because he's a sidekick to Tad, but, you know, I honestly got him because I love him. And now he's the Seahorse King, so, yeah. Oh, today I've been doing a lot. You know, it helps to have an area to where you can do things, you know, and you have everything accessible to you. Oh, it's amazing. So I'm making a staff. It's a magical staff. It has a Herkimer diamond on top. I've still got to wrap leather here and in here. I'm going to do a brown leather. And then it goes into a branch. So it's like an MSD size. I hung feathers with beads on it. And a little glass talisman that Brandon had sent. So, yeah. I've kind of been getting crazy and crafty and creative and having fun and being inspired. And actually, it's been really fun picking up the dolls. Some that I haven't picked up for a while, and doing things for them. Doing the things that they should have had done for them, you know, quite a while ago. Sophia, for instance. I was so on the verge of getting rid of that body that, yeah, I was over it. But wiring made all the difference within her. She can stand now like no other. I'm just really happy, really pleased. So I had forgot about wiring. Actually, I hadn't forgot about wiring. I was just being too lazy to do the ones that needed done. I was too busy with all the ones coming in. So, yeah. So, I guess on this part, we'll flip around and I'll show you the other side of the room, maybe. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. So I guess we'll go this way and I'll... Sorry, guys. I'm going to make you dizzy here as I knock things down. But here, there's the drawer that I was talking about right here. And it has nice storage down here.